Damn you, Ocean! I vowed many years ago that I would never sit through Hudson Hawk again in my life. Why, prithee, would you make a game based on a movie that Variety described as a relentlessly annoying clay duck that crash lands in a sea of wretched excess and silliness? Of which the LA Times commentated, "Even Bruce Willis seems a bit bewildered at times, as if asking himself how he managed to get into such a mess." I implore you, dearest reader, do as I had to and go watch this movie. Your morbid curiosity should have peaked by now. Go see how bad a film can be written. I dare you. Even Andie MacDowell couldn't save this monstrosity, and she was mighty fine in the early 90s. I now gravely regret committing to watching any movie of a game that I was about to review for context's sake. What the film did have was a nice facade. Bruce Willis was approaching the peak of his career. Despite this, Andie MacDowell, although clearly drunk through most of the recording, still shone, and Richard E. Grant's eccentric performance was at least a highlight. No expense was spared in terms of production values, props, and place settings. There's a real parallel here with the game itself. The music is impressively put together even if there's not a lot of it, and it does get jarringly overridden by the sound effects at times. Graphically, the game is rather gorgeous. Hawk himself doesn't really look like Brucey, but is drawn excellently with lots of frames of animation. The backgrounds are super varied and distinguishable from the nicely sculpted foregrounds. So, we've already established that the presentation of the game is good. The most important thing of any game, as with any movie, is its substance. It's one thing being a beautiful Hollywood superstar, but if you display the emotive range of a teaspoon, then you ain't gonna make good films. People still watched Twilight, of course, but then people are stupid. The principle behind Hudson Hawk is that this fresh out of Sing Sing cat burglar is forced into stealing various pieces of Da Vinci artwork for these nutjob billionaires, the Mayflowers. The game follows the storyline ish in that the text boxes before each level tell the tale well enough. Level 1 sees you going after a priceless porcelain horse called the Sforza. You're basically put into your standard platforming fare, navigating pits and spikes, angry dogs and gang members, while collecting as many bags of money as you can. You can hurl baseballs as a weapon, or in close quarters wield a massive boxing glove. The missions are broken up into several small chunks, none of which really take much time. You just need to make it to a door, a window, an alleyway, or something along those lines to move on to the next part. What's great is the scenarios you fight through are different all the time. There were a lot of backgrounds put into the art of this game, and it's to the designer's credit. When you manage to get into the auction house where the Sforza is held, be on the lookout for cameras and security lasers, and crawl underneath or sneak around them. The levels progress as per the storyboard, ranging from the Vatican to the Mayflower's castle, going for the Codex and then the Crystal Star thingy. The gameplay is kept interesting by use of crate-pushing puzzles and switches that need to be turned on or off correctly to bypass a fan or some such. You need to use various objects as springboards, such as strategically placed sofas, parasols, or rampways to get over holes or detection pads. There's one downfall, and is one that will undoubtedly frustrate you until you get to understand it. When in the air, via jumping or launching off a bouncy thing, you are incredibly difficult to control. It's impossible to solely move vertically, you'll always have forward momentum. You can change direction in mid-air, so I know this wasn't done for realism purposes, but at no time can you halt your momentum to accurately land on a platform. Unless you can get used to this, expect to suffer cheap deaths and alarm activations aplenty. It kills the fun a little bit, which is a shame. Get accustomed to this though, and you should enjoy Hudson Hawk a damn sight more than you'll enjoy the film. Thanks so much for watching this video. The Kickstarter for the book is now live. Check the link in the description for how you can back the project and be the first to get your hands on the portable power encyclopedia, featuring more than 900 Game Boy game reviews and a whole wealth of useful information on the world's favorite handheld console. See you later on.